Welcome back, everyone. Friar Tuck here. This is my epoch, and I could not have left Cincinnati without doing one thing that a friend suggested, which is to try the cheese coney. They're like $3. It's supposed to be, kind of like a teaser, like an appetizer, but it is something that is special to this area, and so I'm going to share this with you before we get into the video. Wow, that is definitely an interesting flavor. He told me it would be. It's definitely something different. I'll tell you towards the end whether I really like it or whether there was just too much odd flavors in it. I'm enjoying it though. All right, so I finished that coney. It was good. The flavor was different. I'm gonna have to have my friend to kind of give you guys a better explanation, but it was good. I went to Skyline Chili, and that was who did it, and they have their own brand of chili. So it was definitely interesting. So what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about road dogs. What is a road dog? Well, road dog, companion, travel buddy, whatever you want to call them. It's just out here, the slang, the slang for it is road dog, because you're on the road and that's your dog, your buddy. And part of being road dogs is you get along well. You both are working for common interests, common goals. So for example, with Silver Spoon, if he hadn't have been stupid, him and I were working, had similar goals. He would have been an ideal road dog for me because him and I had things similar in common that we were working towards, which was we were both working towards building a YouTube channel, and so therefore that took up specific time and required a certain understanding. Okay, so you want somebody that you are doing very similar things. So if you panhandle, they panhandle. If you go do the job line, then they go do the job line. It's like getting married in a lot of ways, but instead of religion, it is how you conduct yourself. Because everybody has their own thing. And then from there, that person offers security. So when somebody comes up on your camp, they see two people instead of one. And you know that person's going to step up to defend you in the same way that you're willing to step up and defend them. You might not want to have a lot of drama because there's already a lot of drama that goes on around. So you might say that you don't want somebody that instigates drama because there's a lot of people out here that do that. And so therefore you got to avoid those people. Okay, it's a business partnership, but it's like a marriage. And when you guys travel, you guys are in it together. So therefore, if you need to share resources, you share resources. If you guys are both like hustling and one has a bad day while the other one has a good day, they step in and they help. Okay, but this is something. To have a true road dog, it's not something that develops right away. I even asked a couple of guys that have been traveling together for years, and I asked them, what the key to finding a good road dog is. And I'm finding this out with this gentleman that I'm talking with, Leprechaun. I'm finding out that that is a very key and important thing. And so just barely getting to know somebody, because we haven't really hung out. We see each other in passing. I have stuff he wants, he has stuff I want. I give him, he gives me, and we do our thing, right? And now we're trying to take it to a different level where, we're in it together. And that requires that we don't have personality conflicts. You're going to have personality conflicts with certain people. Can you tolerate those personality conflicts? Okay. There is code of conduct. You live by an honor code. I don't steal. Okay. But does your road dog, does he do stuff like that? If he does like stuff like that, one, it's going to bring around drama, and two, it's guilt by association. So you also need to be careful of those things as well. So when it comes to having a road dog, there are a lot of benefits to having it, but it is hard to find a good one, just like it's hard to find good friends, okay? And when you meet somebody, their first impression is going to tell you whether or not you want to get to know them. And so I got to know Leprechaun, and him and I, we got to talking, and we seemed to get along quite well. And then as soon as we both started talking about becoming road dogs, it's like there was a change in the atmosphere, because now it's changing the nature of the interaction, of the relationship. It is somebody that you're going to be, that is going to have to be accountable. So now you need to view them in a different way. And so now we're in the process of kind of like two dogs sniffing each other's butts. We're trying to get to know each other well enough so that we know, can we do this, or is this something we shouldn't do? And I will tell you that there is just kind of like one thing that really sticks out to me. So if you guys remember me giving away that blue bag, I was supposed to give it to somebody. It was actually supposed to go to Leprechaun. I had gotten to talk to him. I told him I'd be by. He told me where I could find him, all this stuff. And then we got to talking some more, and he's like, and I'm like, I would love to interview you. Well, I'd already offered him the bag, and I was going to come find him and give him the bag. And anybody who's ever met me knows that when I say I'm going to do something, I go feverishly with intent. Okay, and he's like, well, you need to pay me for doing this interview. And I'm like, dude, I don't even make but maybe 50 cents or $1.50 off of any of these videos, and now you're trying to charge me $2 just so that I can interview you for the channel. On one hand, I get it. It may pay off in the end based upon volume of subscribers, but it was the overall act of, I was offering him something that cost more than $20 for sure, and asking him, not in return, but just asking him, as a courtesy, to do that for me. And because he would not, he got greedy, and he wanted something off of that. That kind of turned me, as far as my opinion of him, away. So when he starts talking to me today, and we start talking about sharing resources, I'm like, I got what I got. You support yourself, I'll support myself. Now, if he proves himself different on trail when we're on the rails, then I have no problem sharing with an individual. But you have a lot of people out there, and this is something that I've experienced multiple times, especially when I was first homeless, is you have those people that will talk a good game. Next thing you know, you've spent everything you had, and you've got nothing in return, but yet you sat there and took care of their habit, and you're stuck going out there taking care of this person and their habit. It happens. There are just people out there that do that, and if you're homeless and you haven't had it happen to you, you will. It happens to a lot of people, and sometimes you don't even realize it until after the fact. Okay, so having been dealing with people like that, I kind of see that this is where that's going. Now, great, he may have a few good days, and my concerns may be moot, but considering I understood his original intent when we had the whole exchange about the bag, it kind of has me questioning whether or not he's going to take advantage of this situation, because he's already demanded to be paid for one video. He's already tried to be demanded to pay for another video. The live stream where he came in and sat down, he was wanting me to pay him for that. And then, it's like, oh, well, how much money did I make? It's like, well, hold your horses here. You volunteered to come, and so on and so forth, and there was a lot to it. And I'm not going to have somebody like that in my camp, because one of the things I've realized having a YouTube channel is that you have to be very protective of your channel, because there are a lot of people that will try a lot of different ways to get at your channel, whether it be to destroy it and affect your money cycle, or whether it be to harvest it for themselves and try and finagle something so that they could either, one, take it from you, or two, already got claim to whatever funds that you have as soon as you get paid. Because there are people out there like that. Out here, you have to be prepared for those with predatory behavior, and it's just the way it is. Okay, so I have spent a little over 2 months here, and I will be leaving probably before the 1st. I've got until the 26th or 27th when the dude is supposed to buy the sleeping bag from me. If he buys it from me, great. If not, oh well. I've got a sleeping bag, and I bought some stuff today that comes in on Thursday. I'll be talking about that during the live stream. if this comes out before the live stream. And so I got me the twig burner because everybody kept saying you need to have that. So I finally broke down and got that, and offset the costs on some other stuff. But I got me a poncho, and I got me cookware so that I can cook right out the bag. And if I don't get a water filter in time, at least I can boil water, and it doesn't cost me any fuel except for whatever it is that I can find in the forest. So it's kind of like the how do you do this in a pinch type thing. Okay, so anyways, guys, you know how to help the channel. Become a subscriber. I will see you in the next video or the next live stream.